Hi, this is Jerry, and what I'd like to do is talk to sellers today about how they can use this unusual market to get the best offer possible on their house. This is not business as usual, and you should not be doing things as usual. You can get a perfect offer on your house. You don't have to just accept the first highest offer, and you stick with me till the end of this video, and you'll have some tools on how to do that. So what sellers should be doing today is to try and go for the perfect contract, not just a good one. Add some things into the contract that will make it more certain that the contract closes. And anything else you want to throw in that isn't normally in the contract but will help make your life easier, it's now possible to do. So a tool that I want sellers to use to make the perfect contract is what we call making multiple counteroffers. That is, if you have several people making an offer on your home, you can make counteroffers to all those buyers, and the counteroffers do not need to be the same to each buyer. And in fact, if two of the buyers accept your counteroffer, you can still pick whichever one you want. So it puts you in the driver's seat when multiple people want your house, and you should write an offer that makes you as happy as you possibly can. When it comes to adding certainty that the contract will close, you now have the ability to take some of the boilerplate things out of the contract. Remember, almost everything in the contract is negotiable, so long as it's legal, okay? And those boilerplate items that are there are meant for the usual times. But remember, these are not the usual times. So the way that you can make today's rules work for you are: one, you can remove the appraisal contingency. I know that sounds strange to some people that think it's a law that the house has to appraise. It's not a law, but it is a part of the contract. And if buyers have enough money, they can waive the appraisal. The second thing you can do is to make the buyer's earnest money go non-refundable at some point in the contract, not close to the end. Okay? If the buyers are uncertain that they're going to get their loan, in this market, there's no reason for you to be waiting to make sure that that is going to happen. Put the risk of the buyer not getting his loan on the buyer. If the buyer is going to forfeit some earnest money because they don't get final loan approval, they'll be certain to get final loan approval. And remember, you've got more than one buyer out there, so you can select the folks that are willing to give you a financial commitment to finishing the contract, not just a promise that they're going to try. Making your life a little easier. Maybe you don't want to move out of the house the day that it closes. There could be a situation where it's hard to get all the moving situations lined up on the day that it's supposed to close. It could be that you really need to have all your cash in hand before you actually move out of the property to make your next move go smoothly. In this market, you can negotiate that you get to stay in the house for some short period of time after it closes. If the buyers don't need to move in right away, maybe they're in a rental that doesn't close for 2 weeks after they purchase your home, they can give you the opportunity to stay there for a day or two. And sometimes just a little bit of time on having flexibility will make your transaction so much less stressful. And if buyers can give it to you, they probably would be willing. Now, with all these changes, it's important to remember that the devil is in getting the paperwork correct. And you need an experienced agent that's been doing this in good markets and bad markets to make sure that the paperwork's correct and to talk to you about how these individual things apply to your specific situation. I hope you'll give me a call if you're thinking of selling and we can talk about this.